So much for this, Horatio. Now, let me see. The other. You do remember all the circumstances? Remember it, my lord. Sir, in my heart there was a kind of fighting that would not let me sleep. He thought I lay worse than the mutiny for the bilboes. Rashly, and praise be rashness for it. Let us know our indiscretion sometimes serves us well when our deep plots do pall. And that shall teach us. There's a divinity that shapes our ends. Rough hew them how we will, that is most certain. Up from my cabin, my sea gown scarfed about me. In the dark, groped I to find out the path. Had my desire, thinked their packet, and did find withdrew to mine own room. Again, making so bold, my fears forgetting manners, to unseal the grand commission, where I found Horatio, royal knavery, an exact command, larded with many several sorts of reason, importing Denmark's health and England's too, with such bugs and goblins done my life, that on the supervise, no leisure baited, no, not to strive the grinding of the axe, my head should be struck off. Is it possible? Here's the commission. Read it at more leisure. But will thou hear me how I did proceed? I beseech you. Being thus spent at the ground with villainies, ere I could make a prologue to my brains, they had begun the play. I sat me down, devised a new commission, wrote it fair. I once did hold it, as our status do, a baseness to write fair, and laboured much how to forget that learning. But, sir, now it did me yeoman service. Wilt thou know the effect of what I wrote? Aye, my lord, an earnest conjuration from the king. As England was his faithful tributary, as love between them like the palm should flourish, as peace should still her wheat and garland wear, and stand a comma between their amity, and many such like ases of great charge, that on the view and know of these contents, without debatement further, more or less, he should the bearers put to sudden death, not shriving time allowed. How is it sealed? Why, even that was heaven ordinant. I had my father's signet in my purse, which was the model of the Danish seal. Folded the writ up in the form of the other, subscribed it, gave the impression, placed it safely, the changeling never known. Now, the next day was our sea fight, and what to this was sequent thou knowest already. So, Guildenstern and Rosencrantz go to't. Why, man, they did make love to this employment. They are not near my conscience. Their defeat doth by their own insinuation grow. 'Tis dangerous when the baser nature comes between the pass and fell and censored points of mighty opposites. Why, what a king is this? Does it not, thinks thee stand me now upon, he that hath killed my king and whored my mother, popped in between the election of my hopes, thrown out his ankle for my proper life, and with such cousinage, is not perfect conscience to quit him with this arm, and is not to be damned to let this canker of our nature come and further evil. It must be shortly known to him from England what is the issue of the business there. It will be short. The interim is mine. In a man's life, no more than to say, well. But I am very sorry, good Horatio, that Tullietti's I forgot myself. For by the image of my cause I see the portraiture of his. Or court his favours, but sure the bravery of his grief did put me into a towering passion. Peace, who comes here? Your lordship is right welcome back to Denmark. I humbly thank you, sir. Dost know this waterfly? No, my good lord. Thy state is the more gracious, for 'tis suffice to know him. He hath much land and fertile. Let a beast be lord of beasts, and his crib shall stand at the king's nest. 'Tis a chough, but as I say, spacious in the possession of dirt. A sweet lord, if your lordship were at pleasure, I should impart a thing to you from his majesty. I will receive it, sir, with all diligence of spirit. Put your bonnet to his right use. 'Tis for the head. I thank your lordship. 'Tis very hot. No, believe me, 'tis very cold. The wind is northerly. It is indifferent cold, my lord. It thinks he's very sultry and hot for my complexion. It's exceedingly, my lord. It is very sultry, I swear. I cannot tell. But, my lord, his majesty bade me signify to you that he hath laid a great wager on your head. Sir, this is the matter. I beseech you, remember? Your hat? Nay, good my lord, for mine ease, in good faith. Sir, Here is newly come to court, Laertes. Believe me, an absolute gentleman. Full of most excellent differences, of very soft society and great showing. Indeed, to speak feelingly of him, he is the card or the calendar of gentry. For you shall find in him the continent of what part a gentleman would seem. Sir, his definement suffers no perdition in you, though I know to divide him inventorially would disease the arithmetic. Of memory, you're neither, in respect of his quick sale, but in the verity of extolment, I take him to be his soul of great article, and his fusion to such dearth and rareness as to make true diction of him his semblable as his mirror, and who else would trace him his umbrage, nothing more. Your lordship speaks most infallibly of him. The concertancy, sir. Why do we wrap the gentleman our more raw breath? Sir, it's not possible to understand him in another tongue. You will too, sir, really. What imports the nomination of this gentleman? Of Laertes. His purse is empty already. All's golden words are spent. Of him, sir. I know you are not ignorant. I would you did, sir. Yet in faith, if you did, it would not much approve me. Well, sir, you are not ignorant of what excellence Laertes is. I do not confess that, lest I should compare with him in excellence. But to know a man well were to know himself. I mean, sir, for his weapon. But in the imputation laid on him by Demeter's mead, he is unfellowed. Sir, you are not ignorant of what excellence Laertes is at his weapon. What's his weapon? A rapier and dagger. That's two of his weapons, but well, the king, sir, hath waged with him 6 Barbary horses, against the which he hath imponed, as I take it, 6 French rapiers and poniards, with their assigns as girdle, hangers, and so forth. 3 of the carriage, of faith, are very dear to fancy, very responsive to the hilt, most delicate carriage, and of very liberal conceit. What call you the carriage? I knew you must be edified, Mother March, until you were done. The carriage, sir, are the hangers. The phrase would be more germane to the matter if we could carry cannon by our side. I would it might be hangers till then, but on 6 Barbary horses against 6 French swords, their assigns, and 3 liberal, conceited carriage. That's the French bet against the Danish. Why is this imponed, as you call it? The king, sir, hath laid, sir, that in a dozen passes between you and him, he shall not exceed you 3 hits. He hath laid on 12th and 9th, and it will come to immediate trial if your lordship would vouchsafe the answer. How if I answer, go? I mean, my lord, the opposition of your person, trial. Sir, I will walk here in the hall. If it please His Majesty, it is a breathing time of day with me. Let the foils be brought, the gentleman willing, and the king hold his purpose. I will win for him if I can. If not, I will gain nothing but my shame and the odd hits. Shall I really live you even so? To this effect, sir, after what flourish your nature will. I commend my duty to your lordship. Yours. He does well to commend it himself. There are no tongues else for his turn. This lapwing went away with a shell on his head. He did comply with his mother's dud before he sucked it. Thus has he, and many more of the same bevy that I know, the drossy age dotes on, only got the tune of the time, an outward habit of encounter. A kind of yeasty collection which carries them through and through the most fanned and winnowed opinions, and do but blow them to the trials the bubbles are out. My lord, His Majesty commended him to you by your resort, brings back to him that you attend him in the hall. He sends to know if your pleasure hold to play with Laertes, or that you will take longer time. I am constant to my purposes. They follow the king's pleasure. If his fitness speaks, mine is ready, now or whensoever, provided I be so able as now. The king and queen and all are coming down, in happy time. The queen desires you to use some gentle entertainment to Laertes before you fall to play. She well instructs me. My lord, you would lose this wager, my lord. I do not think so. Since he went into France, I've been in continual practice. I shall win at the odds. But thou wouldst not think how ill all sear about my heart. But it is no matter. Nay, good my lord, it is but foolery. But it is such a kind of game-giving as would perhaps trouble a woman. If your mind dislike anything, obey it. I will forestall their repair hither, and say you are not fit, not a whit. We defy augury. There is a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be now, 'tis not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all. Since no man knows aught of what he leaves, what is to leave betimes? Let be. Come, Hamlet, come and take this hand from me. Give me your pardon, Laertes. I have done you wrong. But pardon it, as you are a gentleman. This presence knows, and you must needs have heard, how I am punished with a sore distraction. What I have done, that might your nature, honour, and exception roughly awake, I here proclaim was madness. Was Hamlet wrong, Laertes? Never Hamlet. If Hamlet from himself be ta'en away, and when he's not himself does wrong, Laertes, then Hamlet does it not. Hamlet denies it. Who does it then? His madness. If it be so, Hamlet is of the faction that is wronged. His madness is poor Hamlet's enemy. Sir, in this audience, let my disclaiming from a purposed evil free me so far in your most generous thoughts, that I have shot my arrow o'er the house and hurt my brother. I am satisfied in nature, whose motive in this case should stir me most to my revenge. But in my terms of honour, I stand aloof, and will no reconcilement till by some elder masters of known honour I have a voice and precedent of peace to keep my name ungawed. But till that time, I do receive your offered love, like love, and will not wrong it. I do embrace it freely. And will this brother's wager frankly play? Give us the foils. Come. Come, one for me. I'll be your foil, Laertes. In mine ignorance, your skill shall like the star in the darkest night stick fiery off indeed. You mock me, sir. No, by this hand. Give him the foils, young Osric. Cousin Hamlet, you know the wager? Very well, my lord. Your grace hath laid the odds on the weaker side. I do not fear it. I have seen you both. But since he is bettered, we have therefore odds. This is too heavy. Let me see another. This likes me well. These foils are well in length. Aye, my lord. Set me the strips of wine on the table. If Hamlet give the first or second hit, or quit in answer to the third exchange, let all the battlements their ordnance fire. The king shall drink to Hamlet's better breath. And in the cup, an union shall we throw, richer than that which 4 successive kings in Denmark's crown have worn. Give me the cups, and let the kettle to the trumpet speak, the trumpet to the cannoneer without, the cannons to the heavens to earth. Now the king drinks to Hamlet. Come, begin, and you, the debtors, bear a wary eye. Come on, sir. Come, my lord. Ah. Ah. One! Judgment! A hit! A very palpable hit! Again! Say! Give me the drink! Hamlet, this pearl is thine. Here's to thy health. Give him the cup. I'll play this bout first. Set it by a while. Come! Another hit! What say you? A touch, I do confess. Our son shall win. He's fat and scant of breath. Here, Hamlet, take my napkin, rub thy brows. The queen carouses to thy fortune, Hamlet. Good, madam. Gertrude, do not drink. I will, my lord. I beg you pardon me. It is the poison cup. It is too late. Hamlet, I dare not drink yet, madam. By and by. Come, let me wipe thy braves. My lord, I'll hit him now. I do not thinks. Yet, it is almost against my conscience. Come, for the third, Laertes. You do but dally. I pray you pass with your best violence. I'm afeard to make a wanton of me. So say you so. Come on. Nothing either way. How about you now? I'll have at you with your own foil, Laertes. Pardon, they are incensed. Nay, come again. Look to the queen there, ho! Oh, they bleed on both sides. How is my noble lord? How is Laertes? Why, as a woodcock to mine own spring, Josric, I am justly killed with mine own treachery. How does the queen? She swoons to see them bleed. No, no. Drink. The drink. Oh, my dear Hamlet. The drink. The drink. I am poisoned. Oh, villainy. Oh, let the door be locked. Treachery. Seek it out. It's here. Hamlet. Hamlet. Thou art slain. No medicine in the world can do thee good. In thee there is not half an hour of life. The treacherous instrument is in thy hand, unbaited and envenomed. Oh, the foul practice hath turned itself on me. Lo, here I lie, never to rise again. Thy mother's poisoned. I came no more. The king's to blame. The point envenomed too, and venom to thy work now. Treachery, villainy, defend me, friends. I am but hurt. Here, thou incestuous, murderous, damned Dane, drink off this potion. Is thy union here? Follow my mother. He is justly served. It is a poison tempered by himself. I exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. Mine and my father's death come not upon thee, nor thine on me. Heaven make thee free of it. I follow thee. I am dead, Horatio. Oh, wretched queen, and do you that would pale and tremble at this chance, that are but mute saw audience to this act, had I but time, as this fell sergeant death is strict in his arrests, I could tell thee, but let it be. Horatio, I am dead. Thou livest. report me and my cause aright to the unsatisfied. Don't believe it. I am more an antique Roman than a Dane. Here's set some liquor left. As thou art meant, give me the cup. Let go, by heaven. Oh, God, Horatio, what a wounded name thing standing thus unknown shall live behind me. If thou didst ever hold me in thy heart, absent thee from felicity a while, and in this harsh world draw thy breath in pain to tell thy story. Brrr. What warlike noise is this? My lord, young Fortinbras, with conquest, come from Poland to the ambassadors of England, gives this warlike volley. Oh, I die, Horatio. The potent poison quite o'ercrows my spirit. I cannot live to hear the news from England, but I do prophesy the election nights on Fortinbras. He has my dying voice, so tell him. With the occurrence, more and less, which have solicited the rest is